Hey guys, welcome back to the show. Today is February 9th, 2021, and the news are brought to you by Negative Supply, a company committed to revolutionizing the way you scan film. Spend more time making photographs and less time scanning by using Negative Supply tools. Their Film Carrier Mark I, Film Carrier 120, and other tools are now shipping next day from their California headquarters. Then we have, last week I mentioned that Lomography was coming out with something, and I thought it would be a wide lens officially. It's out. It's a Kickstarter as usual with Lomography. They kind of like test the market with Kickstarters, which I'm like a little mixed feelings about that, but that's how they do it. And it's a 17mm Atoll f2.8 lens. It comes with different mounting options from the start, so you have to choose what mount you want. It is for M mount, like a M mount. It also has all the mirrorless mounts, so Sony E, Nikon Z, and Canon RF, if I'm not mistaken. And the Leica M mount does come with its rangefinder coupled. It doesn't have a clicked aperture, so it's kind of like made for video, which I don't really like. I like the idea of having, proper clicks, or at least having the option to click, like having clicks on or off. And the price is $449 US on Kickstarter now. So 17mm, and it comes with, I think, external viewfinder. So you will be able to see through an external viewfinder, but that you want to make sure on the Kickstarter. I read it on someone's comment, not sure about that. Then a quick reminder that Ilford is still running their special order for Ortho film. As you know, the Ortho film is an orthochromatic film, ISO 180, and they're doing a special order for special sizes, a sheet film, and a couple master rolls for some darkroom masking and so on. So this will be going on till February 28th. I'll try to remind you guys because maybe you want to buy some. I actually shot my first roll of Ortho the other day in 120, video very soon. Then there's the other day I mentioned the Power Ranger from Reveni as the option to have an SX70 battery powered camera, not through the cartridge, but through external batteries, so you could use the I-type film. And one of my Patreons, Nico Gonzalez, thank you Nico, let me know that there's another company called Helicord Camera, which is on Instagram. I couldn't find any more, but Instagram account that does an SX70 battery. There's no price I haven't found, and it seems to be like a plate that goes screwed onto the camera and has the battery towards the back. So the Reveni is kind of like hooked to the bottom of the camera. This one kind of like goes to out the back. So it will let you shoot I-type film on your Polaroid SX70. Of course, you still have to load it with 600 type film. You can't use, the SX70 film. If you're using 600 type film, which is the I-type, you will have to use an ND filter inside your camera. Do bear in mind with that, but that happens with any of the devices. Then Kaiser, the German manufacturer of reproduction stands and enlargers and so on, has updated their website, which is cool. They have a bunch of products made for photography, not only film, and they've been doing this for many, many years. So I highly recommend this. Plus, as I said, they're one of the very rare cases of new enlargers. They sell a 6x6 and a 6x9 enlarger, if I'm not mistaken. So if you do want a new enlarger, you can get this through Kaiser, which are a German-based company. But they don't sell through their website. They have retailers all around the world, but they're pretty nice gear, and they've been doing this for a very long time. Then, this is not new news, but I found a website which someone sent me to the email that I give at the end of the news. And it was Kodak Chemicals info. And this is all about like things that are happening with chemical supply from Kodak. And I thought I've saved it in favorites, that's for sure. And I thought you guys might want to have it as favorites if you rely heavily on Kodak chemistry. It's Kodak Laris website and basically seems to be the chemical tech info. And they have, for example, all the information about the Atoll getting replacements because of a batch being not perfect. Then they have the Atoll darkening of the chemical info and how some batches have turned darker when you mix them, but it's not a problem. Then they also have another issue with HC110 that actually crystallizes when getting very cold, but they're going to be working to fix that. And this was something I read online in another forum this week, and I was going to make it in the news, but I saw they did it, and it was a while back. So it looks like HC110, I think the new mix, new like formula, and it supposedly is the same as the old one, but it's new. It's more liquidy. If it goes under a certain temperature, it kind of crystallizes inside, and someone had in a forum like a piece of like, it looked like ice coming out of the HC110. Well, so it seems that is already being fixed. But yeah, I thought this website would help some people be informed apart from watching the news over here. Then there's a major leak that's called Polaroid Go. So Polaroid, which was previously Polaroid Originals, which was previously Impossible Project, is now going to be launching soon a camera called Polaroid Go. And it's coming with a new format of film. From what I've read online, and I don't believe everything I read, so take this with a pinch of salt, they repurposed the Spectra film line to do this new format. Seems to be a little bit of a smaller format than the usual Polaroid 600 film or the SX70 film, and it's going to be cheaper. It's going to be $20 per twin pack, so $10 per 8 shots. They still maintain the 8 shots, which I will never understand. And the camera's going to be $99.99, so $100. And this was leaked by Target in the US. It's like a major store for clothing and food and whatnot. And basically, Polaroid is going to be, I think, trying to eat a little bit of the market from Instax. And if you're surprised and you're like, oh, why would they do that? Give us more of a great camera system. Polaroid is trying to, as I said, eat that little piece of Fuji Instax. Fuji Instax film, every holiday season, Christmas and whatnot, is the top selling article on Amazon. So it's a humongous market. And if Polaroid is going to be making this camera, they're going to be getting some of that market. And a lot of people still walk into the stores and say, hey, I want a Polaroid camera for my kid, or I want a Polaroid camera for my boyfriend, or whatever, for my wedding. So they're still asking for the brand name Polaroid. And if they can get those sales, hopefully they can fund the more niche films like the SX70, the I-Type, and other films that we all want, the 8x10 and whatnot. So I'm very excited for this. It's a leak because basically it was by accident published. I'm guessing it'll come in a couple days because it doesn't usually come very soon. But yeah, if you're looking for a new Polaroid camera, you can get into that format. And also this week, we have news from Reveni Labs, which has finally launched their Spotmeter campaign on Kickstarter. And I have to congratulate him for getting his goal of 18,000 Canadian dollars or 18,000 euros. I don't know, they do the conversion on Kickstarter. I think it's 28,000 Canadian dollars, 18,000 euros. In an hour and like 49 minutes. He's almost at triple the amount in a day, which is amazing. And congratulations, Matt. I have a unit myself. I'll be making a video very soon. And if you have any information you want to know about this little spot meter that Reveni's made, it's basically a very small handheld spot meter. It's not hot shoe mounted or anything like that. It doesn't have flash reading, and it only does reflected light, so you can't do incident light. And you can't see through it, so you see a screen all the time. And what it's supposed to be used is with your eyes open, and you use that brain magic, which makes things merge into one. So this is made by Matt, and as I said, I think before, it's done in collaboration with Nick Carver, the YouTuber, photographer, and also teacher, who has implemented his metering into the Reveni as an option. So that's pretty cool. Plus, if you back the Reveni Labs, you get like a 10% discount on Nick Carver's like metering course, which is super cool. I love seeing this collaboration. And yeah, I've been helping Matt throughout the whole pretty much spot meter, helping him get other people, to creatives, to help him. So I'm very excited to see this project out and very soon in the market for you guys to purchase without a Kickstarter. And yeah, that's the news for this week. As always, you can send an email to the email below. It really helps me make these news. And also, if you feel like becoming a Patreon and supporting this show, it's very much, helping me keep the vibe and the news and all the videos. So yeah, thanks everyone. Thank you, Negative Supply, for sponsoring the news this week, and see you in the next one. Bye.